Hey guys, Brady here. We've seen some weird movies on here. This is my third movie review right now, and needless to say, it's gonna be a good one. Also, you guys notice my haircut? Yes, sir. So, I may not have that fluffy, big mushroom cloud thing. Not like an afro, but still not like a mushroom head. But still, hope you admire my haircut. That's what you're gonna have for the next few days. So like I said, we reviewed only two movies thus far. We reviewed Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, great movie, and Mr. Peabody and Sherman, amazing movie. But now, time for an interesting age for movies. We've done Scott Pilgrim from 2010, Mr. Peabody and Sherman from 2015, and here we are in the modern age of 2018 with a movie that really just makes too many references to count. Video game characters, pop culture characters, TV show characters, celebrities, movie characters, cartoon characters. It makes way too many references, yet it actually works. Of course, talking about the indescribable genius of Ready Player One. Now, if you have never seen this movie, boy, are you stupid. You have been missing too much, man. Like, you've missed a lot. Especially when it comes to this movie. Directed by the one and only Steven himself, Spielberg. He made E.T. and Jaws and Back to the Future. I was gonna say Gremlins, but probably not. Yeah, he made E.T., Jaws, and Back to the Future. Popular movies that you may know. He is still alive today. He is still alive for some reason. I have no idea how he is still alive, but still. This movie flat out rocks. It's got cliches. And the cliches can be really stupid at times, like some of them could be nonsensical and whatnot. And it says, "Be excited for it" by Fandango. Fandango, the company that wants you to watch movies in their theaters, even though I prefer Regal and AMC Dine-In. So, what's about this movie that really makes sense? So, I'm going to talk about it. But first, I'll give you a little history. Ready Player One was a book. A book! A book. Sort of like Diary of a Wimpy Kid and middle school, worst years of my life. Those became movies. Ready Player One was a book. It became a movie. Made by Steven Spielberg. Yes, sir. So, it was a smash hit. Every audience loved it. We all loved it. But in 2018, a few years, actually a lot of years, after the success of the book, came the movie made by Steven Spielberg. Boy, does it not suck. It was great for its time, but I bet the reviews are getting worse and worse every time. I bet the reviews are getting like, "This movie sucks, it's got too many cliches, it's got too many references." Shut up. Don't say that. I bet you guys would be like, "Do not touch this movie. It is that good. I don't want you to say anything bad about it." Well, I'm here to confirm, I'm not going to say anything bad about it. It's a perfect film. It isn't perfect, actually. It's not good. It's not that good. It's got a ton of flaws. Like, some of the story may be kind of, I don't want to say cliche, but it may be kind of nonsensically dumb. Some of the character design can be really off. But if you get past it, this is a movie that we've never seen before. It's got the animation. It's not even animated. I don't think it's animated. It's perfect animated. Think of Strange Magic. Who remembers Strange Magic? Meets that one Final Fantasy movie. And it works But seriously, who remembers Strange Magic? Let me know in the comments if you remember Strange Magic. But this movie rocks. It does too much to make me happy. And boy, does it succeed. But there are some moments where you're like, wait, what? Huh? I don't think they should have this language in a movie with Iron Giant and Marvin the Martian. Not cussing, no worries, but once you get past that, it's just a perfect film. And the references are so awesome too. You got like Tracer from Overwatch, the Battletoads make an appearance, Minecraft makes an appearance like 1 millisecond into the film. Batman makes an appearance, sort of. Marvin the Martian makes an appearance. Sonic makes a cameo in the battle scene. 2 years before it was officially announced that they're making an actual Sonic movie, which they are doing now. I'm trying to think of other references. I mean, Ryu is in it at one point. Borderlands gets mentioned. Borderlands? Who knows anything about Borderlands? If you're a Nintendo fan, that is. I know a few things about Borderlands, especially Tales from the Borderlands. That was a nice name. That was a nice little game. But seriously, you see the Iron Giant right there, and you're like, I gotta buy this movie. And even the poster, not this poster in particular, but the poster to advertise the movie, you know, where he's like, taking his goggles off and whatnot. It is a homage to Drew Struzan. For real. I'm serious. I'm thinking it's an homage to Drew Struzan. You know, the guy that made the Star Wars posters and the Muppet movie posters and the Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, other popular ones like Dukes of Hazzard. No, Dukes of Hazzard didn't have that sort of thing. I was going to say Dukes of Hazzard doesn't have Drew Struzan painting, but The Thing, the 80s version of The Thing, has it. Let me know if you like that movie. It doesn't look that good for me. But it is an homage to Drew Struzan. That poster that advertised the movie, homage to Drew Struzan. I saw way too many commercials about this movie. But let's talk about the plot. The plot is about a guy named Wade Watts. And he owns this VR headset that makes him travel into the mystical land of the Oasis. This is sort of a nice film because it doesn't work because it's acknowledging that VR exists. It works because it's trying to make a different simulated world inside of a VR headset. Nowadays, you got the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, and hey, for me, I got the Oculus Go, and that's a cheap piece of garbage, but there's also Nintendo Labo and all that. VR companies are trying to take advantage of this. And before you know it, in 2044, I think, when this was... Yeah, 2045 is when this movie takes place. A billion years from now. I hope we get the Oasis in real life in that year. But, yeah. And he's also got this friend named H? Yes. Where he's like, "Sup, dude? How you doing, dude?" He's sort of the black stereotype. But yeah, literally, he is a black stereotype in real life. In the game world, he's got like this muscular dude who's got like guns and whatnot. And yeah. And he's also got Daito and Sho, or Daito and Shoto. Shoto was his name in the book. But yeah. So he's also got a crush on this girl named Artemis. And there's this really funny part where it's like, "Dude, do you know who this girl is? Do you think she could be like a big fat man in a basement? A 24-year-old man? And her name is Chuck?" Spoiler, by the way, if you have not seen this movie. But you gotta see it. It's wonderful. So, with that being said, how's the visuals? They're stunning. They're wonderful. They really bring the cartoon characters, the video game characters, the pop culture characters to life. Certainly, it's amazing. Even the music, once you turn on this movie, Jump plays in the Yeah, Van Halen plays when you start up this movie. How can you do that, Spielberg? How? But anyways, enough said on that. So, how about we get to the ending? Already, you're maybe asking? Well, yes. But if you haven't watched this movie, spoilers, I'm gonna spoil it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, game set. So, the finale of the, movie takes place on a battlefield. And everybody's charging forward, going first to the key. And he pulls out the DeLorean, and even Chucky makes an appearance, and we get the best phrase in all of movie history. Oh my god, it's fucking Chucky. Even The Shining makes an appearance. The Shining has its own scene. Not the Stephen King version, sadly. I mean, fortunately for us. The Kubrick version of The Shining. It makes an appearance as its own full-fledged scene. Everything about it is there. Even the shower scene. And all that. But, back to the ending. So, what happens when the main character, Parzival, who is Wade Watts, by the way, gets to the final boss, which I'm quoting it's supposed to be, he does a Hadouken at the boss, who is named Nolan Sorrento, by the way. And I believe one of the other villains is played by Jack Black. It sounds like Jack Black, but I don't think it is. So, with that, of course, being said, he uses this bomb and everybody dies. But Parzival realizes that he has this one extra life. And, of course, he takes out Atari's adventure, which is the final challenge to get the last key that Anorak the All-Knowing sent out. This is good. And he gets a contract, but he doesn't sign the contract because he passed the test. If he doesn't sign the contract, he wins. He wins. He either gets to shut down the Oasis or just take it over. Boy, this movie is so good, though. And everybody lives happily ever after, just like teen movies do. So overall, this movie is one freaking fantastic time, which is why I'm giving it not a perfect 10. There's a lot of flaws about this movie that I would want to point out, but I don't have the time to. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Perfect 9 out of 10. Not perfect 10 because there's some flaws about this movie that you may know, but this 9 out of 10 for it being visually stunning, having so many references, and having Van Halen play at the beginning of the movie. So if you guys want me to review any other movies, I mean, I have one movie review planned, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. So, see you guys next time for my first top 5 on this channel. Sayonara, peeps. Take care.